Hello everyone, I'm Chandler. You can say hi.
Hi everyone, I'm Cyrus, co-founder and COO of Mobius.
But tomorrow morning we have breakfast and talk about the religion of the kind of the folk of the religion, right?
Right.
And I think it's very interesting the idea about where the religion coming from, why they different folk. And you can talk about the people of that.
Yeah, so I started speaking more with Chandler about Bitcoin God and the evolution of the blockchain space in general. And if you think about it, on its most fundamental roots, it kind of mirrors and parallels the evolution of religions. We started the topic somewhat humorously, but it actually has some core tenets. Like you see, Chandler started asking me about the core differences in religions, starting with Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, and they all have a certain seed root in that they all share the conception of God. And if you draw the parallels there to like the blockchain evolution.
So number one is the Jews.
Yeah. So if you look at the historical lineage, Jews have extreme reverence for for basically God, Abraham, Isaac, Moses, and then you look at Christianity. They also have the same reverence for those central figures, but they have they add Jesus, right? And it's, if you look at it, if you just we were talking about it somewhat humorously and trying to draw some analogies to blockchain. It would be it could be considered like a fork, right? You're
adding fork of blockchain.
Yeah, they're adding Jesus, and then if you look at Islamic religions. In Islam, they have reverence for all these past prophets, the Abrahamic prophets, Isaac, Abraham, Moses, and even Jesus.
Yeah.
In Islam, they also have reverence for Jesus, but then they add their own new, prophet, Muhammad. And so if you're drawing parallels to blockchain, it's historical that you're having additional forks. So we just drew that humorous parallel, but it's humorous because it actually has some bearing in historical truth.
Yeah.
So and then we started talking about the evolution of blockchain. Like today, you see the predominant market cap coins. They're actually continually becoming forks of one another. You see Bitcoin Cash, coming off of Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin Gold. And now very soon Bitcoin God.
Yeah.
And you see the same debates in between the communities, like for instance like Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, and which ones are considered most immutable. But if you draw it back to the very beginning, they all have the same common root.
Just like Nakamoto is.
Yeah. It's sort of like the mythological
God
of the
Nakamoto
space.
is God, right?
Yeah. So. This is it. So very excited for what you intend to do with the Bitcoin God. I think that actually very viral.
Yeah, very. We have a good idea. It also comes from the Mobius founder. They talk about the proof of the blessing. It's very exciting idea. It means somebody can prove can pray. It's a
It's just it's a mechanism. It's a community-driven effort where you basically, as an early adopter for this particular fork off of Bitcoin, which is POS, right?
Yeah.
If you want to participate in the airdrop. You'd basically share somewhat of something called a proof of blessing.
Yeah.
Right.
Proof of blessing.
Where you do something like write an article, create art around a base and review of Bitcoin God, and basically talk about its key attributes and its differentiating factors compared to like Bitcoin and its other forks.
Yeah. And we have a lot of the airdrop idea. For example, want airdrop to the Qtum holder, then the Stellar holder. and or community, and Neo's community, Metaverse community, Byton community, all of different. Actually, we're talking about who developer this Bitcoin God code. We were give them the kind of the air job
Right.
to all of their community. So I hope we can airdrop to the Zcash, for example, because Zcash they have a zero how to say that word?
Zero knowledge proofs.
Yeah, zero knowledge proof. It's very very good technology. We kind of copy from them the idea, and we want airdrop to the Zcash. And Stellar is very very fast, because of the pulse. It can 1 second is 1,000 transaction.
Yeah.
right now.
So yeah, with the Stellar Consensus Protocol is pioneered primarily by Jed McCaleb, our earliest advisor and purchaser of Moby Tokens, and David Mazieres, who's a Stanford professor. So it's incredibly it's very high throughput. It's probably one of the leading protocols today that I think will only gain more traction because it is spearheading a core problem. It's creating internet-wide consensus, and even IBM is already using it as its universal payment rail. Very important developments in the space.
Yeah, very exciting. See? So so we like to airdrop to the developer, to their community, their first step, and by the way, we were airdrop to the Pro Blessing. Pro Blessing is a very good idea. Everyone can get a little bit. Bitcoin God, our coin. This our coin. This coin will be to their church, to their the church have address. We gave their church. They can bless it to their church, or they give the church address. We can airdrop to their church, and not only church, a lot of temple, and a lot of the Muslim temple.
Yeah. You universally, you plan yourself to universly spread it to all
of
sects
the-
and denomination of
All of the religion,
Yeah.
actually, all of the religion. No matter how different kind of religion, we just like everyone who have love, who have love each other. We give them the airdrop. So it's such a good idea. So we can let it happen. This is our Bitcoin God idea. Thank you. Very good.
So